So, Micky, I know you would have preferred a game in the FA Cup last weekend, but has it been nice to take stock of what's happened so far this season over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, we've got a lot of good work in this week on the grass. Obviously it's difficult when you're playing Saturday, Tuesday. So this week we've got a lot of good unit work and a lot of good individual working and help to hopefully move the group along. So no, yeah, got a good amount of graft into them.
And it has been busy before this little break, so it must have been nice to get the players onto the pitch for a little bit as well, just to get your ideas across and everything.
Yeah, because usually what you're doing when you have Saturday, Tuesdays is just recovering and try to get them back. You do a wee bit of work in the analysis room, but it's not the same as getting it in the grass. So it's been good to be able to go and do that.
And I know you said it was hard to attack all competitions with the squad you've got. You went out in the EFL Trophy last time out. Was it hard to get over just because of how it did happen, where you conceded late on and you lost in the penalty shootout? Was it hard to get over?
It's obviously you're gutted that you've lost because we played so well in the game. We performed really well. And then to go to a League One club like Burton and perform the way we did, and then go out in penalty kicks was a hard one to take. But you quickly get over it, and you have to just move on and look at the things that we always do. Look at the things that we did well, and look at the things that we can improve on. But certainly we performed really well. We were really pleased with the performance. So we're, like what I say, if we can just put the ball in the net when the opportunities come, I think that's the stage that we're at now. We're creating the chances now, real good chances. So if we can just finish them off now, we'll be doing well.
And you worked on that in the last week as well?
We work on everything. Obviously, we have to look at all parts of the game. Are we getting up the pitch well? Are we creating chances? Are we defending well? Are we getting enough bodies in the box? Is the movement in the box right? We defend all of that, set plays. So you look over everything. But certainly after Tuesday's game, we would be saying, yeah, we're doing everything right, but putting the ball in the back of the net. So let's concentrate on trying to do that as a team, not just as individuals, but when the opportunities come, let's put them away and put the finish to our good work.
And you see it with a lot of teams, once they score a goal, you can see the confidence running through the side, can't you, then from then on?
Yeah, there was no problem with confidence the other night. But of course, you need to get results. Nobody remembers how well you played in when they see the result and you haven't won. So you need to get the end goal, and that's to win games of football. But the way we look at it is if we're performing well and we think that we're doing enough to try and create the chances, we just need to be cooler and be more clinical and take them.
And you've got Northampton this weekend. You've done very well in your away form at the moment. You've won 3 and drawn 2 your last 5 away from home in the league. So you must go there with confidence.
Yeah, it's always a place where the last few seasons we haven't played well. We haven't played well down there. So we spoke to the lads and we've said about the things, the reasons why we think that we didn't. So we'll be down there to try and fix that. We haven't won down there, I think it's for 16 years, I think. So, of course, we've not played against each other every year, but that's a long time. So it's all there for us. The prize is there for us to go down there and fight for. We know what we have to do well in order to get a result. So we've been working on that as well. But we're looking forward to the game. It's always a really good place to go and play football. We just have to make sure that we do the things that we haven't done previously, in my opinion, to go down there and get a result.
And they're top scorer in the league, but you've got the second best defence in the league as well. So, they're not going to have an easy game against yourselves, are they?
You maybe just put the kiss of death on it there. No, we know what we've got to be good at performance-wise. And if we can create the chances that we have been creating and take them, which sounds very, very simple, but that's exactly what's happening, then we'll be fine.
And you've had those good results away from home. And at home, you had a bit of a sticky patch at home recently. Does that kind of frustrate you when you've been doing so well away from home and then you don't pick up the results at home?
We always want to win, but I'm not sure. We always want to get results. We've drawn a few, so we're not losing them. We're lost in the FA Cup in a league game, and of course it's really disappointing when that happens. But if we can just sort of take the chances and turn the draws into wins and all that kind of stuff. So that's the next stage of our development as a young team now is do that. and then go down to Northampton and perform like we haven't done, in my opinion, since I've seen us playing for a long time. So we can go and do that. That's the next stage and the next step forward for this group of players. And if we do take these steps, we'll be fine.
And you've got a game each week at the moment for the next 3 weeks before you get to that busy Christmas period. So how important is it to try and get some momentum going into that busy Christmas period?
Well, like I say, we haven't been losing games. We've been drawing probably too many. I think, is it 2 out of 12, is it? Oh, we've lost last 2 out of last 12 or something like that. So we're getting somewhere. So we've got some kind of momentum. Like I say, the next stage in the development of the team is to start taking our chances and start turning the draws into victories. And of course, everybody will say, "Oh, just go and do that." Then yeah, we know that. We're just going to work hard and do in the next stage, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to this place now, and as a team. And now we've got to be more clinical and turn the draws into wins and win more games of football.
And you're going to be without Daniel Simeon for the game. He came out on Twitter and apologised for his red card he got against Wimbledon. He did say ages will come into it, but he is only 20, isn't he? So it's a learning experience for him, really, isn't it?
Yeah, other ones was Jordan Turnbull as well, who's at the other, sort of towards the other end of his career, and he makes an error of judgment as well and gets himself sent off. Yeah, that's the type of lad that Daniel is. He is 20. And we keep saying it's easy to forget how young they are. And it's not making excuses for them. It's just the way that things are. When players are young, they will learn how to control themselves better as they gain more experience, and they'll learn from the decisions that they make. If they make poor decisions, they'll learn from that, and they'll the next time something like that happens, they won't get drawn into making a poor decision. It goes for the whole team. They are very young, very inexperienced, but they're moving ahead now, and they are getting better and better. And it's going to take a lot of patience with all of them, which is not always plentiful in football. And it's difficult for us as well as a coaching staff as well, because we want to win all the time as well, and we want to get results all the time. But sometimes when the emotion calms down and you say, right, okay, it's back to the job now of helping this group of young players and experienced players keep moving forward their careers, because that's the important thing here, is we move them forward. That's what our job is. And if we move them forward at a quick rate, we can start turning the draws into victories and start picking up more wins and keep moving up the table.
And when we spoke to Dino in the past, he said about the difference between playing youth team football and playing league football as well. So it's all those kind of things you've got to learn, haven't you, as well?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, if you go through I'm not going to go through the whole team again, but anybody who watches us regularly knows how inexperienced and how young we are. So we've got that all the time happening. It's not like some seasons we've been here and we've maybe had 2 or 3 young ones. We've now got, and maybe the majority are very young and very inexperienced. So it's just about helping the project that we started at the start of the season keep moving forward. They are young, and there is big differences from the level of football that they've came from, the style of football that they've played in, to what they're facing now, which is real Saturday, Tuesday men's football now. So we've just got to keep moving forward with the process of that, keep trying to improve them. There'll be ups and downs. Like I said, at the start of the season, there will be ups and downs, and people will maybe lose patience with it sometimes. But I've just got to try and keep doing what I'm asked to do here, and that's keep moving them forward and keep improving them, and with experience and training sessions and games, keep moving them forward to the group of players that I know that they will definitely become.
And you have lost Turnbull and Simi for this game, but you have got Davis, Jameson, Byrne as well, haven't you, as well? So it's great for them to stake a claim for a starting place as well.
Well, Jameson's ill, so we may not have him. So we have a wee bit of illness. Kane Hemmings is ill as well. So we'll see how that goes there the next 24 hours. Hawks is feeling not the best either. So no make an excuse, just letting people know that that's the situation before we go into the weekend. But we will go down there and expect the team to perform, whatever team that we put out to perform in the way that Tranmere should play. So we'll get on with it and go down there and try and get an important 3 points.
It's great for it to have Davis back after his long-term injury as well.
Yeah, Tom's a leader and a very experienced. He's very experienced player and knows what it takes at all stages in the season, game to game, in order to try and win games in this league. He's been through a lot as a player, so he's good to have, like you say, back into the group again, especially when we lose the centre half partnership like that, almost in the space of 2 games. So no, that's good to have him back again, and we have no problems knowing that Tom will come in and perform for us.
And because you all train together as well, you can't kind of foresee any problems with how you play at the back in the defensive kind of side, because you all kind of train together anyway, don't you, in football?
Yeah, well, we hope so. That's where your sort of training and coaching comes as challenged in, isn't it? Because you hope that the message is getting into the whole group and everything that you're doing. You hope that they picked everything up in the way that you want to play. So we'll see about that, but I don't expect to see anything other than a good Tranmere performance.
And finally, apart from the illnesses, have you got any players with injuries or anything?
Yeah, we've got a few. We'll see how they go the next day or two as well. But we'll put out a team that we believe is going to go and represent us properly. But like everybody, probably at this stage of the season, we have the usual bumps and bruises and strains and things. But we'll be fine.